Hello, one and all. Welcome to Pure Farming 2018 with me, Lady G. So a few things may have happened. I had two other episodes that were available to be uploaded. However, they were a little bit laggy when I was watching them back. So basically, I've ended up an hour down the mission and realised that I had saved it, and of course I couldn't go back and redo that hour. So, lessons learned. Um, so basically what's ended up happening is in that hour is that you go over to the shop and you buy yourself two tools. One is a sprayer or is an orchard sprayer, and the other one is a water trailer. So you'll then, once you've done that, you then get given a task to go and help this guy over here. If I just move it up. Oh, I think it's that one. Or is it that one? No, it was this one. So you're then given a task by a guy who's in a house here to water and then spray his orchard. And I managed to get an extra $10,000 doing that, so I was quite happy. Then I also noticed that we now have two other missions that we can go and do, which probably are orchard based by the look of it. So we've got one here. There's a pear harvest where you get a reward of 5,000. This one, barley harvest. So I'm assuming that's going to be number 13 with a reward of 10,000. So we've now unlocked sort of other farmer missions. After you have done said orchard at the top there, you're then told to go and get your plough and to plough this field, and then you're told to seed it. So I've done that too. The only problem is that I was doing it in the middle of the night, and as you can see, half of my field and the heads have grown, but this bit hasn't grown, and that happens at midnight. So it looks like you have a growth stage that's at midnight. So I don't know if there's another one at midday, but we'll see. My current mission is to irrigate the field, so I'm assuming I need to go and fetch that water tank trailer. I keep calling them tankers, but I don't know. It's close enough for me, I suppose. I think that was the orchard sprayer, so that's not much use to me right now. So that's one of the new machines you have to go and buy to help to do the job for the other guy. So let's go and find where I left the water. I'm pretty sure I left it up where I last used it, so we'll just go and find it. But it was quite interesting because the water, I had to come all the way down here. It was over that way, behind that rock. There's a water source, and it was free. I was quite surprised. I thought I was going to be charged, but I don't think I was. So that was pretty good. And then you had to drive all the way back to go and basically empty it. It's a little bit like if you played FS. There's a trigger point on the edge of the orchard that you just empty the water into. But when you're spraying, you have to actually go up and down the trees to be able to spray them properly. So. But yeah, so you also missed an accident. I had an accident out on the main road when I was dropping off the last part of the wheat that I needed to sell off. So that wasn't entirely my fault, maybe. Well, maybe a little bit. Maybe it was a little bit, just a little bit. What I might do with this is the water drop-off point for the orchard that I've done. So it does still have a little bit of water in it. Oops. It does still have a little bit of water in it, so I might as well just... Oh no, it's empty, isn't it? It is empty. Oh, I need fuel. Oh, and I also ran out of fuel. Yeah, there was that too. So if you run out of fuel... let me see if there's a... Is there a station around here? That's a greenhouse. Is that fuel? That could be fuel. I just don't know if I'll get there. Oh no, it's a grain silo. No, that's no good to me. Yeah, when you run out of fuel, you can be refueled where you are, but you just have to pay 50% more because you're not at a fuel station, which was slightly annoying. I was halfway through ploughing field number 1 when my fuel ran out, and I was like, oops, I forgot to pay attention to that. And it looks like it's happening again. So, and I can't see another fuel station. That doesn't look like one, does it? Because if I could get to one, I might try my luck, but... I know there was one... Oh, there's one there. I'm not going to make that, am I? Mind you, if I'm sat still, I'm not going to make it either. Whilst your engine's running, you naturally use fuel. There's a fueler. Ooh. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it, guys. Let's go for it. Turn right. Now I've got 4 gallons. I bet this is going to be for nothing, but we'll give it a go. Go, 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 go. It means going a long way round to go and get water, but hey ho. Oh, there's a hill coming. What else did we miss? You missed. I don't really think you missed anything else. Not really. I had an accident, which I'm assuming my tractor is now damaged from said accident, so I'll go and repair it at some point and see if take it to the workshop and see if, you know, it did indeed mean that I've got to repair some stuff. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Well, we might make it. Still got 4 gallons. We're good. We're good. But unfortunately, you do get through your fuel really quick. So it's like literally you'll be halfway through your fields or whatever, and kind of you're out, or you're about to run out. So let's get some fuel. Give me the fuel. Refill. Yeah. Okay. So now all I've got to do is figure out my way back. So we might as well follow the main road. Oh, I can't get used to that. Follow the road. Yeah, okay. So we'll just follow the main road for the time being. So far, still pretty pleased. The textures when you're ploughing are pretty neat. So the same sort of concept applies as when you're playing FS. So stick your wheel in the first furrow and off you go. The seeding, because I haven't unlocked the cultivators in the shop, so I weren't able to cultivate before I seeded. So with that particular mission, you were ploughing and then you were straight over to... Oh, that's one of the missions. Oh, was I meant to turn left there? I think I was, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. Oh, map. Yeah, seeding does... It changes colour of the field, but it doesn't change the direction. So when I ploughed, I'd gone in one direction, but when it changed over to seeding, when I needed to seed, I was like, well, it would have been quicker if I'd gone in the opposite direction. So then I tried going in the opposite direction, so against the plough furrows, and it doesn't change the ground texture, but it does change the colour. So I mean, that's not the end of the world. I just thought it was a bit weird. But at the same time, maybe that's, you know, if I'd been able to cultivate it, it would have been different. Right, so how does one irrigate? Do I get on it and do something? Or do I drop it off somewhere? Or, oh, no. I need to go and fill it, don't I? Yes. That's what I need to do. Go fill. It's me just expecting to be able to use it straight away, but no. So I will see if we are charged for water, because it looks like it's one of those like normal kind of water supply outlets kind of thing. It's connected to the mains. So let's see, was it round here? No, it wasn't that one. It must be the other side of the rock. Oh, wrong way. Ooh. Okay, let's just go this way. Pretty sure it was round here. Yeah, I think that's it there, look. This tractor is terribly slow. I'm used to the FS tractors that, you know, that the first sort of standard sort of tractors you get do 23 mile an hour, and even then, it's like after a while you're just like, please hurry up, please hurry up. But this one's even slower. Right, let's go irrigate said field. So I'm looking forward to Surviving Mars coming out. In episode 1 I'd said that I was looking forward to Pure Farming coming out. No, Farming Manager, sorry, coming out. But I actually meant Surviving Mars. Farm Manager isn't coming out until April. I think it's April 6th. So I was like, oh, you silly person. Yet again, got confused. It's just got so excited about all these games coming out, that's all. Right, so now, oh yeah, we've got the F button for work. So I wonder how wide this is going to be. And I'm assuming the map is going to change as well. Maybe the texture on the ground. Yes, okay. Oh, I'm not driving in a straight line. Okay, my mini-map is now updating as well. Definitely not a straight line, but hey-ho. The other thing I noticed about the seeder is, I think, from what I was able to gather, you don't use seeds for spots that aren't seedable. So for example, where I am at the moment, there's already seeds there, so I don't think it wastes seeds trying to put seeds back in where there's already seeds. Which is nifty, of course, because otherwise you'll end up running out of it pretty fast. But it looks like the water doesn't do that. Can we go? Are we going? Are we going? Yep, we're going. Ooh. Yeah, this is going to be a right mess. So you can see on the right hand side that I've had to skip the cultivation. And like I said, that's because I just don't have... I haven't unlocked the cultivator, so I can't do that right now. And I'm just doing the irrigation now. I'm assuming I have no fertilizers. I haven't unlocked any of those, so I'm assuming that's why I can't. I've skipped that one. And then will come the spraying. So I'm assuming that. Well, I'm assuming then it must be that I can use the orchard sprayer. Maybe. Or perhaps they'll make me go and buy a new one. I suppose they might do. They might do. I don't know. I've had just come back from a job interview this morning as well, so that wasn't quite so good. I was it was only a 30-minute interview, but for the first 20 minutes I didn't really get much of a chance to say anything. I'm not doing that bottom bit, am I? Yeah, I didn't get much of a chance to say anything. Because obviously they were describing the role and what they wanted and all this kind of stuff. So, but I think they were quite worried about it because their managers, if you like, are actually in the USA. So they're naturally quite concerned, that they need someone who is, because I'm an admin person, so they need someone who knows how to deal with Outlook specifically, and how to use Outlook to organise meetings and stuff. So, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, they're gonna get back to us soon enough, so we shall see. I'm just going to do this top edge because I'm clearly missing it. So I might just do the heads. You don't have to do this in FS17, so it will certainly be a different dynamic, I suppose, to be having to do this, but we shall see. I think I might just go back, although look, you can't, if the crop has grown, you can't tell if you've done it, so you have to use your minimap. And even then, the minimap isn't that reliable, because if you've got the tiniest sliver that you've missed, it doesn't show. So you've got to be, I suppose that the idea is that you're supposed to be planting like maybe in the morning, perhaps, so that by the time midnight comes around and you have that first growth stage, you don't have to worry about gauging whether or not you've got everything on here. Like, for example, that patch on the right there that's not been seeded, that has been seeded now, but that patch, you wouldn't know. So if you missed that when you were watering, you wouldn't know unless you could see the ground and the colour change. So, I don't know. What do I know? I do know I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I should eat something. Oh, back a bit. Need to get all of it. Look how much water has already been used. Am I missing bits behind me? No, no, I'm filling in quite nicely. Good. And switch it off. Let's go and fill up again. I'm tempted to buy one of the rabbit hutches just to see what you're meant to do. I mean, I would imagine that you have to give them obviously some of your crops that you harvest or whatever, but they'd obviously want hay off straw even off your fields, and probably hay. Could be interesting. Look at the state of this tractor, it's a right mess. But at least the water is free. It just means I've got to travel a bit though, so it's not entirely free. So that fuel, got to keep an eye on that. I'm looking forward to getting to the greenhouses as well. That'll be really good too. There's so much stuff on here that you can do. And there's also different maps as well. So I've got the Germany map because it's the DLC and I pre-ordered it. But you do have a Germany map. There's the Italy map, which I think is going to be for wine and olives. The Japan map, I think, I'm reasonably sure is for the rice. Just line myself up properly. There we go. turn the bad boy on. And then of course you have the two other American maps, which I'm pretty sure this is one of them. You can tell that weren't straight. Oh well. Managed to get the ploughing pretty straight, so that was good. Makes a change. Those emails that you can see as a notification is just part of the tutorial still, I think. I think that's still... Oh, oh. Oh, do you know what I could really do with right now? A kebab. I feel like I've not had a kebab in ages yet. It was probably only a couple of weeks ago that I had one. But I do like them. I don't bother with any chilies or anything on top of it. I just... Give me the onions. Give me some onions. I'm happy with the onions. And plenty of garlic mayonnaise. With an extra pot of garlic mayonnaise. Just to make doubly sure you've got enough garlic mayonnaise. But that's just how I roll. Turn it on. See, it's getting hard now because I can't... I'm having to rely on that mini-map. Yeah, see, at the moment I'm just doing the tiniest of slivers. So how far am I? I'm just over halfway. Let's try this technique. This is probably not going to work, but we'll give it a go. Boom. Yeah, as you can tell, it's not an immediate thing. It doesn't immediately activate. You've got to kind of wait, and I noticed that with the plough. So you weren't able to queue, if you like, the commands. So with the plough, you have to lift it, fold it, turn it, unfold it, drop it down. But you weren't, and obviously they're all different letters as well. So, but you weren't able to queue those, so you couldn't press like, I think it's Z, R, and X. So you couldn't do Z, R, X, X, Z, and just queue them one after the other. You'd have to wait for the plough to actually respond, and the options to update down the bottom. So where it says now it's F work and T rear device, well, it's because it's making you wait. So I was like, well, that's a little bit annoying, but I mean, I kind of get the idea because you wouldn't be able to queue it for real. But are we going? Yep. So I think I've definitely learned a lesson in that if you're going to sow your crops, sow them first thing in the morning so that you can do all this spraying and all the irrigation and all the rest of it when you can actually see the colour changes on the field, because this is pretty awkward. Perhaps if we're a bit brighter, maybe I might be able to see it, but right now at 20 to 3 in the afternoon I can't. So we will just have to wait and see what happens. Boom. We'll try and get that smidge. So if I put the arrow right, sort of right in the middle, sort of right in the middle, and just hope for the best. So yeah, I suppose it's a very good thing that we've got a mini-map that updates with whatever is happening, because otherwise you'd probably be finding this really difficult. But we're almost done, I do believe. We're at 76%, so we're almost there. Oh, I might have missed a smidge there. Oh yes, missed a smidge. It's quite a big smidge, really. Turn it off. Turn around. Let's see if we can't get that bit. It's probably going to be a waste of water because I missed that now. There we go. Yeah, so I've made a bit of money. Done a mission for another farmer, which I might do in the next episode actually to show you what that's about. Yeah, and then what else did I do? I had I had an accident in the tractor. I was going to say car accident. It's not really a car accident. It's a tractor accident. Got on the nerves of the locals. You know how it goes. Oh, here we go. So that's basically now telling me I need to wait for the growth of said crop. So that might take a while because obviously we know that half the field is planted and the other half isn't. Actually, no, they're on different growth stages. Not that they're not planted. Look at the mess I'm making of this. Oh, another email. Hi there. I'm popular all of a sudden. Let's see if I can get this smidge here before I run out, ideally. Go. Yeah, we're going. Am I getting it? Yeah. Okay, let's turn it off and see if I can't just catch that edge with the last bit that I've got in here. So I'm assuming that I haven't got access to a sprayer either, because otherwise it'd be asking me to spray. But I'm assuming that the orchard sprayer, which makes sense because orchard sprayer is orchards, so that does make sense. But I'm assuming that just means that that's not appropriate for fields. So we can do one of two jobs now. So let's turn that off. I probably ought to refill it, but I'll do that later. So let's go and see what we can do for these guys. Now, oh! Accident! Now I wonder, how would we harvest the pears? Now it says that this one is harvesting pears. So you would have to have the right equipment to be able to do that, wouldn't you? So let's have a look if we would find said thing here somewhere. I don't think so. Okay. What about transportation? No. It's not in there, is it? Other. No. Trailers? Those should be at the back of a vehicle, so I suppose. No. Combines. These are the big monsters. What's that? Redlands Champion. Exotic combine. Well, that's probably not for pears. What about you? Exotic. That's the header. Oh, maybe I should be reading that bit. What's that one? It's like coffee, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. What about you? Grape and olives. No. Okay, well let's go back to these ones and see if these say anything else. Designed for rice. Oh, nope. That's the forager. Did I go too far then? No, I didn't. So how How would you harvest the fruits then? Let's have a look. Yeah, get out onto the field. I don't, because you're not supposed to go and like accept missions that you haven't got the right equipment for. And it's not going to be in there. I doubt it'll be in here. Oh, that's a planter. Okay. Planter. I need a harvester. That's a potato harvester. That looks like a fertilizer spreader. That's probably manure. Those are more sprayers. I have no idea. I'm really tempted to get that just for the sheer joy of it. It is free, so it's not like it would cost me anything. But there's definitely... There's got to be some way of doing it. Bale wrappers, bale collectors, mowers, mixer wagon, forage collector. There's got to be something somewhere. Are you good at time? What you harvest? No. It's the header trailer. That's a forager, but that's not going to be what I need, is it? Rice harvesting. Grape and olives. That's the coffee. And that one was the one for grape and harvest that could tow on the back of a... Doesn't say anything about anything else, does it? So I don't think I can do that then. I'm not going to be able to do that mission. So that means the only mission that's available to me is this one. Because I can harvest barley. So, oh, there's one thing I did... I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how this pans out. But if you hold tab, you can then use your WASD keys. Oh no, it's Q and E to move between the different types. So we've got cars, harvesters, and cars. So I can't... Oh, I suppose it's because I'm in it. Yeah, maybe. And then enter to get in. Is that right? Yeah! There you go. My harvester is a mess. Oh wow. I still want to go and pick up that wheat. I'm not able to, straw even. I'm not able to do it. Let's check these emails. What do these emails say? Because I've had a few. Waiting for the crops. You've done all the basic work required to successfully grow crops. Now all that's left is to wait until the wheat is fully grown and it's ripe for harvesting. While waiting for the crops to grow, you can start other tasks on your farm or accept some side tasks. By undertaking side tasks and working for your own money, you will increase the prosperity of the surrounding regions, leading to new investment opportunities as well as new farmers willing to ask for your help. Oh, that's cool. So that was about irrigation, sowing the cedar. Okay, planning. Planning your work on the farm is crucial. If you receive a large order for wheat, you could sow it on all of your fields. This way you will be able to quickly meet the required quota. But before you do that, it is also good to check the current situation on the market in case other product is in higher demand. Maybe it is worth sowing one of the fields with barley in case it turns out to be more profitable at some point. Consider your options. Okay. From now on, you can hire employees to work on your fields. Up to 5 people at the same time. To hire a worker, you must first prepare a set of machines appropriate for your task, and then go to the field where you want the job to be done. Remember, workers can only be hired for tasks in the fields, not related to your quests. Okay. Okay. Right you are. So let's see if there's any changes to this then. Okay, so I've just randomly gone and planted somebody else's field. Nice. Thanks. Orchards, no. Workers, none. Profit, minus 69% on my profit. Wow. Okay, right, on that, I'm going to end the episode here. I will make my way. Why is there a blip in there? Oh, because I need to put all the stuff in. Yeah, I'm going to make my way over to do the mission. Assuming it's in this direction. I'm just making assumptions right now because I don't actually know for sure. Where is it? It is this way. Kind of. If I keep going, so not this right, and the next right. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining me. What I might do is start one of the campaigns, and do that as a recording. I do need to be careful because obviously my recordings are potentially coming out too laggy, so I'm having to, obviously, like I said before, I'm having to delete them without having to have been able to upload them. So we'll have to see how that goes, but hopefully it'll be all right, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Please leave a like, and of course leave a comment. I'm quite open to suggestions or ideas you might have, and of course subscribe. When you do subscribe, click on the little bell icon and you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a video. So thank you very much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.